I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to tell you what I don't like. That brother getting death threats, his family getting death threats, that's not right. Caucasian nation, when y'all unalive one of us, y'all tell us to be quiet, sit still, and let justice run its course. That's what y'all tell us. Y'all told us that with Sonia Bland. Y'all told us that with Michael Brown. Y'all told us that with Sonia Massey. Y'all told us that with Amir Locke. Y'all told us that with Amar Arbery. Y'all told us that with Philando Castile. Y'all said, sit still, Negro Nation. Sit still, Africans, and let justice run its course. I want to say this to all you Africans on the internet who are apologizing to Caucasian Nation for what happened. I'm sorry to the family that they lost their loved one. I make no jokes about it. No one should lose a child. Black, white, red, yellow, or brown. No one should lose a child. No one should lose a child. But I must say to Caucasian Nation, you take the life of black people on a daily basis without consequence. You want us to feel for your loss, but you didn't feel for us when Trayvon died. In fact, you gave money to Trayvon's killer. You gave money to Michael Brown's killer. You raised money for the people who unalived us. And you want us to feel, listen, we are sorry. We don't delight in the loss of life because we are Africans, the only genetic human beings on this earth. But it is hypocritical for you to cry justice before the facts have been laid out when your people have been so guilty of unaliving our people. The double standard must stop. Y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was found innocent in a court of law, and y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson. Do you know why y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson? Because in your racist narcissism, you believe you have a right to take our lives. And we don't have a right to take yours in self-defense. Look at all the black people murdered by police every day in this country. Look at all the so-called vigilante justice. George Zimmerman pursued an unarmed Trayvon Martin and unalived him. George Zimmerman pursued an unarmed Trayvon Martin and unalived him. Do we need to go down? What about all the mass killings of black people by Caucasians in this country? Dylan Roof is still alive and breathing. Dylan Roof is still alive and breathing. So to Caucasian Nation, it is very hypocritical for you to say black people need to feel for your loss, although we do, because we are the only human beings on this planet. According to your scientists, we are the only 100% organic, certified, real human beings on the earth. All the other human beings have Neanderthal DNA except the African. A tragedy took place in Texas a few weeks ago. Brother Karmelo Anthony defended himself. In a state that has a stand your ground law, Texas. In a state that has a stand your ground law. In a state that freely allows people to walk around with guns without a license to carry. In a state that promotes the right to self-defense, a young brother exercised his God-given right to self-defense. He has to stand trial before a jury of his peers in Texas to see whether or not the act was done in self-defense or whether or not it was done in cold blood. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. But what I do know is no young black boy who gets good grades in school, never been arrested, never been in trouble with the law, is going to take somebody's life just because he feels like it. Now, I've been studying psychology my whole life. I have 3 degrees in it, including the highest credential, which is a doctorate in clinical psychology. Nobody's going to convince me that this young man decided to take a life in broad daylight for no reason at all. I might have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night.